What up, it's Dane. In this video I'm going to tell you how to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Many people say it can't be done. I'm telling you it can be done. Even if you're not a beginner, even if you're not coming back from training, anyone can do this. So we need to understand the first law of thermodynamics, which means to build muscle we must store energy, to lose fat we must lose energy. Therefore, when we're in an energy surplus we store energy, and when we're in an energy deficit we lose energy. Does that mean we have to be in an energy surplus, or otherwise known as a calorie surplus, to build muscle? Absolutely not. So to build muscle mass while losing fat, you need these three factors. Number one, you need to drink a lot of water, which most people already do. Number two, you need to eat several kinds of protein, which most people already do. And number three, you need energy, and this can come in the form of glycogen and triglycerides. Obviously glycogen coming from the carbs, triglycerides coming from the fat. Now what happens is that you need energy because protein synthesis, so muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of building new muscle tissue, and we know that, or you might not know that, is that to build new muscle tissue your muscle protein synthesis rates need to be higher than your muscle protein breakdown rates. That's net muscle growth. So how to build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Have those three factors. The energy to build new muscle tissue is going to come from your fat stores. So ever wondered why overweight individuals, people coming back from training again, people with a bit more fat can build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Why? Because they have an axis of fat that acts as an energy store or an energy resource to build that new muscle tissue, allowing muscle gain and fat gain at the same time. Now, am I saying that this is not possible in lean individuals? Yeah, absolutely is. There was a study by gymnasts. They were like really low levels of body fat. They done this, they build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Bodybuilders still do it to this day. Even natural bodybuilders gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. It can be done, but one thing you must have is a good weight training program. If you don't, you're not going to give your muscles the stimulus to grow while losing fat at the same time. One thing I have to mention is that building muscle and losing fat at the same time, if you don't know already, is definitely not optimal, and here's exactly why. Less calories means less muscle protein synthesis. So when you don't eat as much, your resting muscle protein synthesis rates are decreased, and the way to increase this is by weight training and by eating protein. Now, does this mean you have to eat shit loads of protein? No. Because in my opinion, it's a dose-response relationship, meaning eating more protein up to a point is beneficial, then it's actually going to become less beneficial because you're going to have less carbohydrates, and therefore your performance in the gym might not be optimal. So that's exactly why. That's how to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. One thing I have to mention as well is that a smaller calorie deficit will probably be a lot more optimal than a bigger calorie deficit, because a bigger calorie deficit, remember, is going to mean less calories, therefore less muscle protein synthesis rates, increasing the likelihood of actually losing muscle than gaining muscle, depending on how big the calorie deficit is. So in simple terms, the bigger the calorie deficit, the bigger the catabolic signal, which remember means breaking down muscle tissue, or not remember, but that's what it is. And then a smaller calorie deficit, it's not going to have as big of a catabolic response. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. I know a lot to ask, but otherwise you won't get to see me all the time. Stay positive, and my camera just turned off for no reason. Stay positive, stay smiling, let's get it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.